Hello students, I am Mrs. Aradhana Amre, teacher in mathematics from Ferguson College. In today's session, we will continue with few more sums or problems based on the symbolic form and the truth values of the compound statements. Now we move over to our PowerPoint presentation. Students, in last session, I had discussed this question, and today, as I had promised, I'll continue with the same question just to recapitulate what we had tried to understand. The question here is little bit different because in the previous part, what we had seen is just to write the symbolic form and the truth values of the given compound statement. Now, if you look at this question from the miscellaneous exercise, what does it say? They have given you the truth values of the compound statement and you have to find the truth values of the individual prime components, simple statements P and Q. Now, this is the sum. P or Q is T and P and Q is also T. The best option to solve or to find the truth values of simple statements P and Q is to write the truth table. Now, we do have two statements PQ and I can write the column for P or Q and the column for P and Q. Now, you that if there are two statements, T will have 4 truth values T, T, F, F. You can see it in the first column. Values of Q will be T, F, T, F. To write the entries for P or Q, because what is given to us is P or Q is T. I write the entries of the truth values for the column P or Q. Now, what will be the entries? What is the hint for P or Q? P or Q hint is only F or F is F. So you can see only F or F will be F. Remaining all three entries will be T in the column of P or Q. For P and Q, I use the hint T and T is T. So you can see only when both P and Q are T, P and Q is T, all other three are F. Now, once I have my truth table ready from the entries of P or Q as well as P and Q, I can now find the truth values of P as well as Q. What is given to us is P or Q and P and Q is T. Now look at these two columns and check out where both P or Q and P and Q are T. These are the two, both values T. And what are the corresponding values of PQ here? P is also T and Q is also T. So from the truth table, I can conclude that from the truth table, truth values of P and Q are T and T. Let's go to the next example. P or Q is T and P or Q and implies Q is F. So that means I have to prepare the truth table for P or Q and P or Q implies Q. Here is the table. We have seen the values of P and Q in the first two columns come by default as TTFF, TFTF. P or Q, I have already done it in the previous sub question where only FF combination is F, all other values are T. Now, I have to take the truth value for P or Q implies Q. So, what do I do? If you have a pencil in your hand or don't use the pen or use the two fingers of your hand, keep your first finger on P or Q column and second finger on Q and implies. T implies T, T implies F, T implies T, F implies F. Now for implication, the hint is only T implies F combination is F. So where do you see T implies F? Yes, this is the combination where it is T implies F. So only that value will be F. All other values in this column will be T. Now I use the given information, that is P or Q is T and P or Q implies Q is F. So I'll first erase the ink marks. Okay. Now where is P or Q is T? On in all these three rows. And P or Q implies Q is F. Now where is it is here. Okay. So what do you see? P or Q is T. P or Q implies Q is F. So what are the corresponding values of P and Q? They are T and F. So that is how you will conclude that from the truth table, the truth values of P and Q are TF. We move to the third sub question. P and Q is F and P and Q implies Q is T. Now I have to prepare the truth table for what? P and Q as well as P and Q implies Q. So here is the truth table required. By default, P and Q will have 4 truth values, each in the first 2 columns. Values of P are TTFF, values of Q are TFTF. P and Q, the hint I am using here is only T and T is T. So only the first row will be T. All other values in this column of P and Q will be F, F, F. Now P and Q implies Q. Implication is there. So where do I have to run my fingers or the pencil? It will be from P and Q to Q. P and Q to Q. Implication symbol, single-headed arrow from P and Q column to column of Q. Now what hint do I use here? T implies F is F. So where do I get it? Nowhere I have T implies F. See, what is the first combination? T implies T. Second combination, F implies F. Third combination, F implies T. Last combination, F implies F. Nowhere T implies F combination exists. So that means taking this hint, all other values in the last column are T, 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 T. Okay. So now I will erase this. And let's go for the final conclusion. What do I know is P and Q is F. Now where is P and Q F? Here, here and here. And P and Q implies Q is T. It's here, okay, here, here and here. What are the common rows where FT combination like this is F, this is T is followed in these 3 rows. And what are the truth values of P and Q corresponding to the 3 rows? First row combination is TF, second FT and FF. So if I have to conclude from the truth table, values of P and Q are either TF or FT or FF. I have highlighted the last 3 rows so that it will be easy for you to understand that how do we arrive at the truth values of the individual statements if the truth value of the compound statement is given to us. With this part, now we move over to the next type, that is statement pattern. What is a statement pattern? Statement pattern is also known as or called as proposition. Proper combination of statement letters and connectives is called a statement patterns. For example, if we have statements PQ, then I'm using the statement letters PQ and connectives I'm using maybe and. So P and Q can be considered or is considered as the statement pattern or proposition. If we have 3 statements P, Q, R and I use the connective between them as P implies Q or R. What am I doing? I'm using the statement letters P, Q, R and 2 connectives, implication and disjunction. So P implies inside the bracket Q or R is known as the statement pattern or the proposition. Obviously, these are the few examples for your reference. P implies Q, P and Q, negation P if and only if Q, P implies inside the square bracket, negation of Q and R are what? Nothing but the examples of the statement pattern. Then simple statements PQR which are used in these statement patterns are called the prime components of the statement pattern. In a statement pattern, when brackets are not given, we need to introduce them. For example, suppose if I have something like this, how will I understand where to put a bracket and where to, like, how will I combine this statement pattern? So for that we have a hint, as we have to introduce the bracket, and while introducing the brackets, we generally use the priority of the symbols used for the connectives in the sequence negation, or, and, implication, double implication. So if I have to put the bracket for this statement pattern, I can put it like this. Even if I put for negation R, then it will be the square bracket and then implies Q. For example, R and Q, double implication negation P implies Q, can be written as R and Q biconditional inside the square bracket, negation P implies negation Q. For us, the statement pattern are generally given. Okay. Now, what do we do with this statement pattern? Of course, we have to now write the truth tables for the different statement patterns. We have already seen the truth tables for different statement patterns as conjunction, disjunction, implication, biconditional. Okay, this is the reference table for you. You do not by heart the value as I said, but from this table you have to remember the hint. For AND, only TT combination is T. For OR, only F or F is F. For implication, only TF combination is F. And for double implication, I'll put the tick mark. Both P and Q should have same values. Then double implication is T. So all the truth values that we have seen in the earlier sessions of the connectives are nothing but the truth tables of the statement patterns. While writing the truth tables for any given statement pattern, the columns, number of columns depend upon the number of statements and also the connectives. And for each statement, we have fixed number of truth values. This is the table which I have already explained it to you in the last session, but I'll repeat it once again for you. If only one statement is there, there will be two truth values, 2 raised to 1 equal to 2. And that is nothing but one value is T and another value is F. For two statements, there will be 4 truth values for P and Q. Okay. Now, they will be obviously 2 T's and 2 F's for both, but the combination for each one will be different. So, how to remember? For P, 2 T's, 2 F. Reduce the T's by 1, reduce the F by 1. Alternate TF, TF for Q statement. And for 3 statements, the number of truth values will be 2 raised to 3 equal to 8. That is 4 T's and 4 F's. How do we write the combination of these 4 T's and 4 F for each PQR? Very easy. 4 T's and then 4 F's for P. Reduce 4 number by 2. That becomes 2 T's and 2 F's for Q. 2T, 2F, again 2T, 2F. And for R, further reduce 2 T's into one single T and F. So alternate TF, 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 TF. And any given column of PQR, you will see there are 4 T's, 4 F, but in different combinations. Now, depending upon whether the statement pattern includes 2 statements or 3 statements or 1 statements, accordingly the truth table also will have these combinations of truth values. I would insist that use by default these truth values for the default columns of the prime components PQR in any given statement pattern's truth table. Now I go to exercise 1.2. Construct the truth table for each of the following statement patterns is the first question from exercise 1.2. The statement pattern is square bracket, inside which we have a round bracket, P implies Q, and Q, entire square bracket implies P. See how the brackets are situated. They are already been placed. Now to prepare the truth table, we have to use the basic rule. What is the basic rule to prepare the truth table? We have to first find the number of columns in the truth table. And how the number of columns are determined? By counting and adding the number of statements and the number of connectives. Now in this given statement pattern, please note, for any given statement pattern, if the prime components PQR repeat, you have to count them only once and start from left side and go to the right side. So you can see Q is repeated, P is also repeated, but by default we have only two statements P and Q. And for the components, you can start from the left hand side, implication and again implication. Connectives, even if are repeated however times, we have to consider them as many times. But for the statements, if the statement is repeated, count it only once. That is the thumb rule while counting the statements and the connectives. So if till you get comfortable, मी असं इन्सिस्ट करेन की स्टेटमेंट्स लिहा कुठली वापरली आहेत मी जशी इथे लिहिली आहेत, कनेक्टिव्स कुठले वापरलेत ते लिहा, जितक्या वेळा कनेक्टिव्ह रिपीट झाले तितक्या वेळा ते लिहायचेत आणि मग काउंट करा दोघांचा नंबर to get the number of columns in the truth table. So how many columns will we have? 2 plus 3 equal to 5 columns. So the concluding part, truth table of the given statement pattern now will have 5 columns. Actually number the columns for your reference. Okay. Now since only two statements are there, P and Q, the first two columns will go for these prime components P and Q. Now third column onwards, you have to start for the statement patterns from the left hand side. We have seen the BODMAS rule in school. The same kind of a BODMAS rule is in the sense you have to first simplify the bracket, inside the bracket and then go outside, and we start from the left side. Now from the left side we have a square bracket in which we have a round bracket, and inside the round bracket we have P implies Q. So that will be our third column. Okay. Now what is the fourth column? We have P implies Q bracket and Q. So the entire term or the statement pattern inside the square bracket will come in column 4. Okay. And what is the fifth column? The entire square bracket, which is this expression, implies P. Now, please note while you are writing the truth table, the last column will be only for the entire statement pattern in the example. Now, since there are two statements, we know the truth values will be 4. 2 raised to 2 equal to 4. Now, by the time you should remember the truth values of P, if two statements are there, they will be TTFF. For Q, it will be TFTF. Now, to write the values in the third column, I am using P implies Q. So, actually, I am using column 1 implies 2. So, you can use the pencil or use the fingers. I have told you how to we use the fingers. You keep one finger of your one hand on the value of P. Okay. And second finger in the same row of column Q. And the symbol I am using here is implies. So you can use the pencil also. My suggestion is only in the exam, using the pencil, it will be too clumsy looking scenario. So मी असं सांगेन की शक्यतो बोटांचा उपयोग करून व्हॅल्यू लिहा अदरवाइज पेन्सिल वापरली तर ती परत खोडा, म्हणजे ते खोडून टाका, सो दॅट युअर टेबल लुक्स व्हेरी नीट अँड क्लीन. नाव इम्प्लिकेशनला मी एकच हिंट वापरणार आहे. व्हॉट इज दॅट हिंट? T implies F is F. Where do I get here T implies F? Here. So only this row will have F value and remaining all three will be T. Okay. Then with this we move to the fourth column. P implies Q and Q. That means I am using column 3. Q is in column 2. And I'm using the connectives and. For this column, the hint that I'm using is T and T is only T. All others are F. Now where do I get T and T? Here. T and T here. T and T here. So only those two will be T. The rest will be F. Okay, this is how you can write the values. If you are comfortable while just looking at the rows visually and write the truth values, but do not take the risk of, if तुमची जर नजर चुकली तर एखादी ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू आधीच्या कॉलमची आणि एखादी ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू चुकीच्या कॉलम मध्ये आली तर तुमचा एंटायर कॉलम रॉंग होऊ शकतो. सो बी केअरफुल हाऊ यू आर युझिंग द कॉलम्स. Last column is for the entire statement pattern. Okay. Now what is it? Now this pattern is in column 4 and P is in column 1. I'll erase the previous ink notations. So 4 implies 1. Now actually if I'm using the pencil, and actually without using pencil, if you are using the fingers, your finger should read first value from column 4 and then the entry from column 1. 4, then entry of column 1. Fourth column entry, then entry from column 1. And fourth column entry from column 1. Now I'm using the implication. So the hint here is only T implies F is F. Now T, see the arrow where it is pointing. So I'm reading the value from fourth column and then reading the value from first column. T implies T. Second row F implies T. Third row is T implies F. So only the third value I think will be F and all other truth values will be T. There ends your answer. Have you understood this part? Make a practice of it. I've given you how to write the truth values using the different hints. So this will be the concluding answer for your construct the truth table for the given given statement pattern. Second one, I'll give you the entire table and explain it. Second pattern has two statements PQ. Connectives used here are and, negation, double implication and implication. So we have 2 plus 4, 6 columns in the table. So these are the 6 columns which I have already numbered here. And the truth values, only 2 statements are there. So P and Q by default will come in column 1 and 2. And by default their truth values will be TTFF and TFTF. Negation Q is opposite of T, that is F, and opposite of F is T. So in column 3, I am taking the opposite of TF from column 2. P and negation Q. So P and negation Q. Where is the hint? Only T and T is T. Please note. So where it is only T and T is T. Rest all are F. P implies Q. Let's remove these notations. P implies Q. Arrow from 1 to second column. Only TF combination is F. Rest are T. And for the 6th column, it is the entire statement pattern. But what does it include? It includes column 4, if and only if, column 5. Now for column 4, if and only if, the hint is both 4 number entries and 5 number entries, 4 number column entries and 5 number column entries are same. Are they? No, they are not. Each one is different. See, No both T's or both F are there. So this is hint not being followed for the last column. All other entries will be F. So that is how you will conclude the truth table for the given statement pattern. Okay, so you can take down and try to understand. So we will continue with few more problems again. Students, in this session, we have seen the definition of the statement pattern as well as how to construct the truth table. Only thing you have to remember is the hints for the connectives to be used in the truth table, the truth values, and how do not repeat the prime components that appear in the statement pattern. In the next session, we will continue with few more problems on the same type of statement pattern truth table. Thank you.